Alright, so over the course of the mini event, you probably saw Dopamine use a lot of weird cannons and use normal cannons in weird ways. And a lot of that was because we wanted to find efficient and elegant ways of solving problems. And a lot of it because, well, I kind of wanted to do arbitrary things with cannons. Someone on a thread a while ago said that you could not use a full block as a mount. So for example, if you have a whiskey here, or a 303, if you have a full block here instead of, a ladder up here, or a fence down here, like that's a terrible thing. And so I was determined to find a way to use a full block in a useful way. And I used it as a mount for one of the diagonal cannons that we had up top there, and it perfectly hit this area. And so in a lot of ways, I was trying to have a little bit of fun with designing stuff, try and make some things that looked cool, did weird stuff, and, just have some fun with redstone. There was one thing I could never perfect. I was trying to make a very, very efficient dispenser cannon. You probably saw the ones that were at spawn. You know how they work. Now, usually the problem is that they take a lot of time to build, or that they take so many dispensers that it's a huge pain. So my goal was to basically make an efficient cannon that had 3 dispensers, so that one person can make it with their supplies, but also to make a very, very elegant cannon that was easy to build and that was, just a really beautiful design. So when I was going back to this, I was thinking, basically what I'm trying to do is make a diagonal barf cannon. And so the first thing I did was I went back to the original design of the barf cannon. And so basically what's happening in a barf cannon is you've got some clock running really quickly, and you put redstone here so that all of these TNT go out and the TNT spawn here. You put some half slabs or something there, and then later on you connect the redstone like this, so that there's constantly TNT in here, and that a little bit later, so it doesn't blow up anything, TNT comes out of here. So I thought to myself, alright, so I need some TNT that's facing inward. I need some TNT that's actually going to be my shot. So what I thought was, instead of having the normal pillar like this, and having, some pulse in the middle block, I thought, what if I had 2 facing inward to be the charges, and 1 facing outward to be the shot. And now, of course, if I set up some sort of redstone current going around somehow on these blocks, for example, you would power all 3 at the same time. But if I didn't put the TNT in this middle one at the start, then I would have some charges down in this central tube before my shot comes out of this one. Meaning that I could, very similar to the normal barf cannon, have something that just cycled around. And, stacking up like that is really, really easy. So I thought, wow, this could be a really amazing cannon. And it was, but in a really weird way. I'm going to show you that quickly. So basically, what happened was I had 1 facing inward, 1 facing outward, 1 facing... Fuck, this is hard to get. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I can stand on this block. Anyway. I did this. Shut the fuck up, Parkway. And I just made the basic shell with a diagonal cannon. And I'm going to do the first weird thing right now. Instead of putting the water at the bottom, I'm going to put it right here. There's a reason for this. I'll explain it later on. But yeah, I'm going to leave the water right there. And it doesn't really matter because, of course, the shots are being dispensed and the charges are being dispensed. So even if there's water sources there, it doesn't make a difference. And so now what I'm going to do is make a quick circuit here. And I'm going to have this circuit pass through the central block. Now, the timing miraculously worked out really nicely in this situation. In a, again, very weird way. So I'm going to set these all to a full tick delay. I'm going to put a button here. And once this button gets going, it's going to send current. It's going to power the middle dispenser. Because of the mechanics of dispensers, this block will power the block above it and the block below it. So for this, I'm going to load these bottom and top dispensers first. I'm going to load them real well. I'm going to put 9 stacks in. And I am not going to load, however, this middle one. The reason being that if I load the middle one, then this TNT falls down and there's nothing that's been popped out before it to shoot it away, and so it just blows out. So now, I'm going to click this and I'm going to put in the TNT. And, you know, you're probably going to enjoy the fact that it shoots out, but the cooler thing is probably that it launches TNT way up in the air and then falls down and literally juggles TNT like this and looks kind of like a lava lamp to me. So here's the problem. This cannon is fucking useless. Like, this is literally the coolest thing I have ever seen. And I would be so happy if someone could find a way to make this useful. Because I spent like 45 minutes trying to find a way for it to be useful. Because I so wanted to use this in a match. And I couldn't do it. And so, to my understanding, we are getting trophies for the litter box? We're getting some form of trophy. And I have no idea if this is legal, and it probably isn't. But I will be checking afterwards to make sure. So, here's basically my challenge to you. If any of you can find a way to make this glorious thing useful, I will give you my trophy for Boom the Box, if it is within my power. So, record yourself using it in some way, find a cool innovation for it, mess with it, make something that looks cool and works well, post a video on this thread, and if it does work well, I will give you my trophy. Peace, and good luck.